All right, so let's do a brief audio and visual check. Make sure you can hear and see me okay. But as always, welcome to Slow Markets. I'm Coach Dakota, Coach DBA. In the YouTube chat, there is our TopStep risk disclosure. Everything I say and go over is for educational purposes only. It's not a signals class. It's once again, that's very important. It is not financial advice, and it is not a signals class. Everything that I do here in front of the and for the community, right? You see me post something on social media that's not financial advice. It's obviously not signals. Whenever I'm live, it's the same thing. Not financial advice, not signals. I want to stress that. Very, very important, because last thing I want is for traders to come in and say, "Oh, look, Coach Dakota's long. Let's I'm going to get in long with him." That's the wrong mindset. That's the wrong thinking. All right, let's make sure that's very, very clear. Now, that being said, I am long. I did get long. Like I said, if you're following me on social media, you know exactly what I'm referring to. And while I'm on that, let's go ahead. Let's put those there in the YouTube chat. There's the link in the YouTube for my socials and Instagram. Everything that I mean, whenever I'm not on air, that's where you'll find me. And we'll do a hashtag slow markets. If you have something good to post, a trade, a trader setup, something trading related, go ahead and tag me, hashtag slow markets. If I like it, I'll show it here live on air. So that being said, let's get to these markets. I mean, we've seen some volatility today, right? And let's take a look at this. This is a daily chart, okay? We had a lot of consolidation throughout the past couple weeks. We had a very strong breakout the other day. All right, what was this? The 25th, so Wednesday, yesterday. And we had NVIDIA earnings. We got up to this 25,400 NVIDIA earnings, and we sold right back down. And we zoom into an hourly chart. And we could say, all right, what are we looking at? What do we see? First thing I'm looking at and watching is, let's talk about risk to the downside. Let's right? Let's talk about areas that this market could go if we continue to sell off. The first and obvious one, there's a nice level here at 24,700. We got another key level down here around 24,580s, 590s. These are zones. And then we have February all the way down there. February's low, which is 24,300. Those are to the downside. Now, on the flip side, we are, there's a nice trend here, right? Higher low, maybe some higher lows. Are we going to look for this? Is this going to be a higher low? Maybe. We did have a nice bounce here during the New York session after the sell-off. We bounced up to 25,090s. You can see there's some resistance, support and resistance, major support and resistance at this level, right? Now it's a zone, so it's not going to be like 100% accurate in terms of the exact price. This is very much a zone, so it's like plus or minus so many points. But we came up, we tested it. Tonight we came down, we got down as low as 950s, 960s. New York session, it held that low for the rest of the day. I was on fast markets with Jack and Andre saying, was this the low of the day? Sure enough, yes, that was the low of the day. We held, we came down, we actually tested it once. We came close to it, and then we bounced right off of it. So honestly, tonight's Friday's price action. We have inflation data today, and anything can happen. However, I am leaning to the bullish side. It's my personal preference. It's my opinion. I put that risk disclosure in there. But I'm looking for this market to come back up, test these highs and have a chance for a little bit of a rally to end this week. Now, that's the way I'm viewing it. Am I right or am I wrong? I mean, nobody really knows which way this market's going, but we shall see. If we zoom into a 5-minute chart, we could kind of break down what happened today during the New York session, right? You can see that big sell-off, massive sell-off. There's a rally. We came down. We didn't break the lows. We held with a higher low, and we came up, test these 80s, 90s again. We're trying to hold again tonight. All right, we're kind of making a flagging pattern here tonight, having maybe some higher lows, and I'm going to look for this market to return back up and maybe retest that. This up here at these, I'd say 080s, that's where settlement now is. That's where the New York session closed. Right there around 25,000 080s. We're 0.35, 0.4% down for the night already in the NASDAQ. Like I said, the risk on the downside is if we break this, I mean, this market could just sell off, right? We could see another big sell-off, a lot of momentum to the downside. However, if we do hold, maybe we do get a chance to break through this resistance, come up and maybe find some levels that we didn't really hold, and maybe come test. I mean, look at this area. There's a lot of mess around there on our way down, like lots of back and forth. The reason it's going to be interesting. Remember, it is Friday. CPI, inflation data, and it's the day after NVIDIA earnings. So it's going to be interesting to see how the next 24 hours plays going into a weekend. And that being said, let's move on to gold. Gold's rallying. We made a higher low there on gold, higher low, and we are where we've been for quite some time, right? Back and forth around this 5,200 level. 5,200 seems to be the line in the sand. Back and forth, around and around, consolidating, kind of just hanging out there. That's a 5-minute chart, but if we zoom out on this hourly, you could see, I mean, you put a line right at 5,200, and that's right in the middle of this. So just back and forth, lots of consolidation here in gold, lots of indecision. And, you know, what are we waiting on? Are we waiting on, data? Are we waiting on news, headline risk, right? So we shall see. The only thing I'm seeing here on gold is, buyers are definitely stepping in and trying to buy this market up and testing these highs. So I'm leaning bullish on gold as well. We had this big rally going into it. So is this one big, bullish flag pattern? Maybe. This could be looked at as a bullish flagging pattern. If we break out to the long side, maybe we could come up and test, 5,300s and, oh man, dare I say it, all-time highs. I don't know, but definitely a difficult market to trade in this area, in this zone. Lots of range and choppiness, buy low, sell high if you're day trading it. So kind of mixed results. And yeah, tonight we're seeing a lot of buyers step in. For the last 10 minutes, right? We were down there at 5190s. We're already breaking through 5200 already. We're up 0.2%. I'm going to eye the NASDAQ as well. And let's get some music going. And let's get it started. Let's make sure I got the music on. Let me know if it's too loud for you. And remember, it's the last night of slow markets this week. And you know what that means. If we get to that goal of 700, then starting Sunday night, I'll be willing to start 30 minutes early. 30 minutes early. We shall see, though. Yeah, gold will run if there's a conflict. Yeah, there'll definitely be that. DBA concepts, everything we need to know. Just simplicity, right? There's beauty and there's power in simplicity. That's for sure. That really is. Let's get through. And just remember, I put those links in the YouTube chat already on the social media. Go ahead and tag me for hashtag slow market. I'll put it in there once everyone starts tuning in. Let me know if you guys are seeing anything. Yeah, we want that 7 p.m. start, right? That's what everyone wants, Michelle. Did I ever let my emotions take over after taking a loss? and losing confidence trading? Oh yeah, more than once. More than once I've let my emotions take over. Dakota finally passed my combine today. Great work. How did I get through that? Size down. Take a step back, take a break, whether it's for a day, whether it's for a week, get back into it and size down. And it's putting everything in perspective. Let's do this. I think this is important while we watch these markets. Actually, let's put the gold up as well. Let's break this up and we could watch gold and the NASDAQ at the same time. We'll put gold over here on the right. Gold over here on the right. NASDAQ over here on the left. A little bit of a zoomed in. There we go. But let's make sure that's... There we go. We'll watch these. We'll watch these. But market psychology. It's one of the biggest ones. It's one of the biggest things in trading, in my personal opinion. Coach Jay and I was talking about it last night. If he was watching slow markets last night, that's what it is. Coach Jay had no changes in his strategy. He just had confidence, right? It was a change in himself, and he was able to make it to the live account and trading really, really well ever since for this year. He said, last year I traded like crap. Wasn't his strategy. It was all his mentality. And sometimes that's what it is. And to answer that question, going back to that question, was, yeah, I've taken some really big losses. And sometimes you need to take a step back, a couple days away from the charts, maybe even a week away from the charts, and then put everything in perspective. Okay? For me personally, and I could only speak in my personal experience, is that there was a couple times where I was trading big size. Okay? Like right now, I have 9 minis long in the personal. 9 minis. That's decent size, right? And there's a few times, not just once, a few times where I would, get too caught up and not realizing how big of size that I'm really trading in comparison to average, like the average trader, right? So 9 minis, pretty big size. There's times where I was having options trades, over, $100,000 single options trade for a swing trade over a week or a couple days, and 6 figures swings throughout the week. And then sometimes I would get emotional and I took a big loss a few times, and it's like taking a step back and realizing, like, I was happy with $600 a day at one point. At one point in time, I was like, if I could make $600 a day on average, remember that's average because you're gonna have winning days and losing days. If I could make $600 a day on average throughout a year, that was my dream. Okay, that was my dream. If making $600 a day average every year, that was my dream. To have the freedom to trade from wherever I want, to have the freedom to do whatever I want, be my own boss, and trade $600 a day. Like, that's more than enough. I could buy whatever I want. I could eat wherever I want. I could sleep wherever I want. And then I just let that snowball into just too big of size and like always wanting more, right? Wanting more. And then you take a big loss and that becomes just a huge reality check. I'm like, wow, I was happy with $600 a day, and here I am, taking $100,000 daily swings. What am I doing, right? So there has to be a reality check, and it goes to all levels. I think whether you're trading, at a prop firm, micros versus minis, like, oh, I'm trading minis, and then you blow your account, and you're like, oh man, did you really just lose $4,500 in a combine in a week, right? $4,500 in a week, right? Is that, like, can you take that risk appetite in your own personal account, or is that realistic? I'd be okay with a couple $100 a day worth of a loss, and just everything's relative, right? Everything's relative. My dream is to not keep having 100K losing years. Hey, breaking even is part of it. Yeah, I lose 4,500 combine on a 5-second chart. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying is you really need to take the combines, right? Trading in a combine, take it serious. Take it serious. I know MP posted, what was it, this week or last week? He was talking about, like, if you blow 5 combines, or I think he even said 10 combines in a month. If you go through 10 combines in a month, that's for $45,000 worth of a loss, right? And so putting it in reality from that perspective, it's like, imagine opening up a personal account for $45,000 and just blowing it, right? And not having that emotional disconnect because you're thinking, I only paid X amount of dollars for this. And so just take it serious, because once you get to a live account, once you get to an XFA or an account that means more to you, you have to get through those emotions. Hopefully that makes sense. It's very important. That's a very important question, and probably more important topic than going over any strategy. I'm watching this. Getting through some hashtag slow markets. User, hey, are you going back to 7K a day anytime soon? What do you mean 7K a day? Like moving my daily loss limit to 7K a day? Trading on loan or credit card is the real problem. You do not want to trade on loan or a credit card. Remember, it's not financial advice, but if I was to have a strong recommendation, you don't want to risk what you can't afford to lose, right? If you can't afford to lose whatever money you're putting in, you shouldn't be risking it. Like it's like you make a decision, like, yeah, rent's due, or you got to pay for groceries, or you're going to pay for some type of a combine. Go for the groceries. Go for the groceries. All right, buyers stepping in here in the NASDAQ. I'm bullish. I want to see this market go up. Rexer YT Chapter 5 bankruptcy is always an option if it doesn't work. No comment on that. No comment. Going in debt. It's like the DoorDash. You're gonna buy now, pay later for DoorDash, or so whatever someone was telling me the other day. That was insane. That was insane. Bearish pennant. What chart? What market? What time frame? One of the hardest things to learn is being a full-time trader. 100%. I do agree. Why am I trading so small in your Topstep account versus your personal? Different risk. I'm on air with this account in front of an audience. I've talked about it before. It's the same process. Different account sizes too, right? If I have $2 or $3 million in my personal and I want to risk a certain percentage, like 1/4% or 0.5%, that's going to be different than how I'm trading this account here. The market shows no direction right now. No, we're going sideways right now. Every trader has a dark moment alone in the room. What's yours? I've had more than just a single dark moment. I've had like a dark week. I've had some really dark times. More than just one. Do you think going long with size with Iran give you kudos and hope it works out? It depends on your risk, right? It is Friday. Anything can happen in the market. I'm under the idea that markets are very efficient. At least when we're trading very high liquid markets like the NASDAQ, they're very, very efficient. So if there is a headline or some type of risk, it's usually priced in relatively quick. Now, I can't predict anything, right? That's saying, oh, I think there's going to be a strike over the weekend, so I'm going to have this. Everybody in the world knows exactly what you just said, right? It's like, hey, there's a high likelihood of X, Y, or Z happening. I mean, these markets are really, really efficient. What does that mean? Well, that means there are traders from around the world, thousands, if not, I don't know, hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, I don't know, traders, different markets, algorithms, institutions, all looking at the same price, all looking at the same markets, you know, paying for inside, I don't want to say inside information, paying for real data, trying to, like, you know, everyone has a connection. Could you imagine all these big banks and institutions? They all have as much, you know, knowledge is power, and they know what's going on to an extent of, you know, public information. Am I going to be able to know something before they do here in my apartment? No. There's no way I'm going to find out something before any of these billion-dollar institutions. And so when I say efficient, I mean as soon as a headline hits, everyone's scrambling to either buy or sell this market, right? The bid and ask is 1, 2, 3 ticks. They're very efficient. You never held futures over the weekend? Oh, I have. I've held options throughout the weekend, futures contracts throughout the weekend. Coach, I got an XFA today. Took 2 trades and I'm already down 180. Only have $60 left on my DLL. What should you recommend? Either smaller size or sit on your hands. If you trade a headline, you're probably already late. Yeah. Yep. That's why they say buy the rumor, sell the news. Pictures are great, especially during the week. What do you mean? We're watching. Gold's on the right. NASDAQ's on the left. I want to see the NASDAQ hold above 25,000 before going into the weekend. I want to see a little bit of a rally. If not, I'm wrong and spilt milk. How long did it take you to get through that period between break even and taking money out of the market? You know, that self-sabotage. Okay, I'm going to be honest. When I was learning how to trade and throughout college, I had a part-time job, and that helped dramatically. When I was out of college, I kept a job, and throughout a lot of my trading, I've had a job because, one, trading a couple hours a day, and I really enjoyed camaraderie and working and money that came from having a job. And that money also gave me the opportunity to reduce the stress or the weight of, oh, I have to trade in order to pay my bills, right? So there's such a psychological aspect to it where I don't have to trade to make money. Trading was optional, right? Where I had that security to know that if I didn't make money this month, my bills are going to be paid. That allowed me to build a pretty decent sized, cushion to where, do I need a job? No. Am I making enough money in the markets to survive and to live off of? Yes. Was I able to build that cushion without a job? I don't know. Could I do it again? Yeah, I would love to do it again. How would I do it again? I would probably do it again with a part-time job or a job where I could work a couple hours a day or trade a couple hours a day and then work a job when I'm not trading. Silver's cooking right now. I'm not going to look at silver. We're watching gold and the NASDAQ here. At what age were you when you decided to go all in on trading? I was never all in on trading. Yeah, I don't think all in on trading is the right verbiage. It's not the right words, going all in. But I think it was like, it's always been a commitment for me, right? A couple hours a day, every single day, like as much as I could. What's my thoughts on NASDAQ being bearish? All right, if you're joining in late, hit the replay button, zoom, like return to the very beginning of slow markets, because I did my analysis on the NASDAQ. I'll go over it again here in a moment. We got the top of the hour coming in about less than a minute. Okay, here's the question. Hey Dakota, you said you're long in your personal, so if you short in Topstep, would that count as hedging or no? Well, my personal has nothing to do with the prop firm, right? What I'm doing here at Topstep, I'm day trading, right? Scalping in and out of the markets. What I do in my personal is like not completely different, but that has zero relevance of what goes on here. It's the same style of trading, right? Same analysis, support and resistance, DBA concepts, keeping things simple. Okay, here we go, top of the hour. Why 100 tick? Because zooming in. I like to zoom in on 100 tick. You can see kind of the support and resistance on a shorter period. Here goes gold catching a bit here. Gold is, maybe we come up and test these 52.17s. New highs gold. Yeah, maybe we test these 217s here on gold. 100 ticks away, we'll keep the bills paid. Yeah, if you could make 100. Okay, now for a long period of time, when I was trading crude oil and now NASDAQ, 10 points a day. If you could average 10 points a day, you're doing pretty good. You're doing pretty good. Yeah, that's average. Some days you might lose 15. Other days you might make 20. But if you could average 10 points a day, you know, is making 10 points in the NASDAQ hard? Is it? Is making 10 points in the NASDAQ difficult? If you could make 10 points a day on average, it doesn't matter whether it's 1 micro, 5 micros, 1 mini, 5 minis. The point is the consistency in the process. Yeah, you say not at all, but do it, right? You got to do it. Do it consistently. Yeah, think of it like that. That's how I used to think about it. If you could average, that's why I said average, right? You're going to have some losing days, some winning days, but if you can average 10 points a day in the NASDAQ, you're doing pretty good. What's 10 points with 1 mini? That's $200 a day. With 1 micro, it's $20 a day. But the key is consistent. It's the same process. NASDAQ trying to hold these 2500s. It might take a long for a breakout here, to be honest. I'm getting to a long NASDAQ. See if we can get it. Let's see if we get a breakout here. Settlements all the way up at these. I mean, we're down 0.3%. So settlements up here at 80s, right? Yeah, settlements up here near 25,000 80s. Let's see if we get a breakout to the long side. Gold making a higher low. Right there, higher low. Maybe we continuation here on gold. It's tough. Trading's tough. Yes, it is. The difficulty of trading is hard. Even though it's the hardest easy money that can be made. How to check settlement? It's whatever basically the way I look at it is, I'll just tell you how I do it. You could go to the CME and go through that. All I look where the New York session closed, kind of. I look at it as a zone. Right, we're down 0.3%. See up there at the top left-hand side, negative 0.3. And then where the New York session closed. So to me, settlement's around there. It's around there. It's a zone. I know that's not... It's probably not the best answer you're looking for. When I pull up on my phone, it will just tell me what the NASDAQ is plus or minus today. So I'll like look at my watch list, and it will say NASDAQ's down 80 points. So if we go and test settlement, you know, NASDAQ needs to rally 80 points. So let's see, 80 points from here. We got a ways to go. So if we think NASDAQ's going to go test settlement, you know, it's quite the move. Someone says that was dumb. Why was that dumb? Why was that dumb? I don't trade it. If you really want to know the exact price of settlement, you go to the CME website. You could even go and you could add, I think, go in here and do the Topstep indicators, right? Topstep daily levels. When those updated, I think those even do settlement price. Oh, there you go, Desmond. Yeah. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Come on. We want to see some buyers step into this NASDAQ. They placed them in the Discord too. Thanks, Michelle. Let's go. Let's go. We need some buyers in this NASDAQ. At least I want some buyers in this NASDAQ. Yeah, remember, if we get to that 700 like goal, thanks, Michelle. I'll do one more update, one more reminder, 700 likes. I'll look to start slow markets 30 minutes early. See if we could break out here. NASDAQ looking pretty juicy for a breakout to the long side. I did my hashtag slow markets. I'm long 9 minis in the Percy from 25,000. See if we could get it. Yeah. Oh, let's do it. I'll do one more hashtag slow markets. Hashtag slow markets. Now that we got the full audience here in the YouTube chat, there is the Twitterverse and there's the Instagram. Go ahead and tag me something trading related. If I like it, I'll show it here in slow markets. I also have a hashtag slow markets myself that we'll go over. We can go over it. I have a pretty decent sized trade going on as we speak personally, but I could go over that if we get to 800 likes. There we go. Not 700. We'll do 800 likes. Thanks, Coog. Where's my stop? On this one? Right here. It's below these lows. I'm managing this manually. That's like worst case scenario. Like, hey, something hits. I got emergency stop there. Do you have time of confusion with strategy? It seems difficult to execute on only one consistently. What do you mean time of confusion? Not liking this. Don't like this breakout. It's not much of a breakout. Gold's going. Let me get back to focus on the NASDAQ. Gold's just rallying here. I gotta focus on the NASDAQ for just a second. Gotta see this. We are having a hard time leaving this 25,000 level today. 25,000 has been just a magnet back and forth. Sold your gold long. Did I struggle finding one at point? Oh yeah. Yeah, I've went through my fair share of indicators. Like, right? I've went through MACD, Bollinger Bands, standard deviations, moving averages, simple, exponential. I've went through my fair share of indicators, and every single time it's just noise to me. It's to me. NASDAQ is struggling for this breakout. Naked charts. Do I ever use bookmap? I have not. I have not used bookmap. I've looked at it, but I've not implemented it into my trading. I think that's a better way to say it. That rejection, right back down to 25,000. Equity's just stuck here. At least the NASDAQ does not want to leave its home. Gem Studio. You and me both. Let's see. Let's take a look at the Trader Hub. The Trader Hub. What's going on here? Nothing really going on. Just inflation tomorrow. Inflation. 7:30 a.m. Central. Trade the range. Hey, if you're trading this range, that's right. How are you? Are you trading this range? Do you buy down here? Do you sell up here? So far, if you sold up here, you're happy. 25,000. That's the line in the sand. NASDAQ just does not want to get away from it. Regardless of my trade. Just got saved. Ooh. Seller just stepped in right there. I might. Copper Moon. Copper rallying. Uh-oh. Equities. Seller's trying to step in. We're gonna bounce right back up to 25,000 here. This could be a slow one tonight. Yeah. We might not see a whole lot of nothing. Maybe just too much selling pressure. If this does, it could get scary down to these 700. Right? You can see where we bounced off last time. Maybe we take a look at 24,700. If we break and start selling off, that could be a scary location. Scary for the longs, not if you're short. If you're short, you love that. NQ all over the place. Well, we're all over 25,000. Back and forth. You think there's just too much uncertainty in the market? That could be very possible. Let's take a look. I got the equities up. We got Nvidia. Nvidia's green. We're up 0.15%. We got Apple down 0.5%. We got Microsoft down 0.9. Amazon down 0.5. Google's green 0.07. Tesla's down. Walmart down, and Meta and Broadcom down is down 1%. I seen anybody own Netflix. Netflix is chilling. I think they were up like 12% last I checked. They're up 8%. Yeah, Netflix. They are happy there. Coach Hoop, I fumbled my Netflix. Coach Hoop and I was talking about. I was messaging Coach Hoop. I'm like, hey, I might build a position in Netflix. Too small. Let's just say it was. I didn't get the correct sizing. Yeah. Unfortunately, if Coach Hoop is here. Yeah. No, I didn't get my full position size, and Netflix just bounced. It caught. We were at like 80s. I bought just a little bit. And I wanted to get a bigger size, and then it's up 12% tonight. That's what she said. Yeah, it's like one of those things where you want to get into a position, and so you want to. I sized down, and I was looking to scale in, and so my first entry usually small, right? And it just ripped higher. Yeah. Yeah, I'm right there. I was thinking that there could be a possibility of it going a little bit lower, and allowing me to scale in, but it just shot up like a rocket. All right, let's take a look at gold. Because NASDAQ's not doing anything. Gold holding 52.10s. NASDAQ 25,000. You could quote NASDAQ without even looking at the price. What's the price? Probably 25,000. Gold at the top of the range. Yeah, gold's pushing. Yeah, there you go. EKS. Netflix up 8.5% tonight. Yeah, I honestly, I would love to see it retrace a little bit, and I'm gonna just, I'll probably get in some more. Paramount outbid Netflix. They weren't willing to bid any higher. It's probably good. Yeah, I'm crying about the profits, okay? A missed opportunity. All right, here we go, NASDAQ. Trying it again. Can we get up to settlement? Need to find support at 2509. We need to break through these. If we could get through to 2520s and higher, it'll look good for a retest of the New York session high. Not New York session highs, but these afternoon highs settlement. Yeah, man, that positive number isn't bigger. Yeah. I sold a covered call on Netflix at 87. Oof. Hey, we're green, right? Green on the screen. Look, are dip buyers back in? Hey, I have this on for a reason, okay? I have this on my desk. BTFD, buy the freaking dip. And who am I if I don't do that? And so I did that, all right? Not only here, but I did it. I posted it on social media. Not for the financial advice, but you know why. I'm like, put my money where my freaking mouth is. Now, the question is the NASDAQ going to rally from here? Or is it going to keep dipping? Got some good hashtag slow markets coming in. Got, some good hashtag markets coming in. Love to see it. Wow. Okay. Andrew, another hashtag slow market. Watching hockey. Anybody's here in Utah and they want to go see a hockey game. Reach out. I don't have many friends here that enjoy hockey. But if you're in Utah and you're a hockey fan, let's go. You have my, I post my Instagram in there. How do you keep that napkin in such good shape over the years? It just sits here on my desk. Yeah. It's a paper towel folded in half. This should be a good commercial for, I don't know what brand this is, but they should pay me to endorse them. Hashtag slow markets. Utah has the most aggressive drivers I've ever seen, especially when it snows, right? It gets a little scary. Bounty? Bounty? It looks like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bounty. Yeah, there's the brand right there. Yeah. East Dakota 10? No. Your knees messed up too. Went to my first Panthers game last month. Not as good as an Avalanche game. I'm there for the fights. I don't know anything about hockey other than I enjoyed the fighting. Like I said, I went to the first hockey game ever a few weeks ago on a date, and they had one fight, and I'm sold. I was sold. I'm like, yes, I'm a hockey fan. I don't know what happened or what's going on, but they're fighting. Can I explain the 3-bar reversal scenarios? Yeah, I'm in a trade first. I'm watching this. Yeah, I go on dates. Obviously. Slapping that. Come on, keep this PG. Gotta keep this stream PG, okay? We got some hashtag slow markets. Bottom of the hour in about 10 minutes. Hockey fights are electric, yeah. Is that a hold type of not? This one, no. The one in my Percy, yes. PG-13. All right, NASDAQ, let's get through it. We got to get through these. This is looking too good for a breakout trade. Does it look too good, though, is the question. Too good to be true. We got NVIDIA up 0.25%. Rest of the market's pretty quiet. Silver's up $90 an ounce. 90.40. So silver's rallying into the 90s. Hashtag Tom Drunk. Purple tip. I've been dating silver for a while. Yeah, my true love is the NASDAQ. Yeah, that's why it didn't work out. I love the NASDAQ too much. Yeah, that's it. You have better results. Gala. Different size, different risk parameters. Putting 5 minis in the MNQ to the downside. Okay. Hopefully your risk is managed if you're in a trade. It doesn't matter whether you're short or long the NASDAQ. If your risk is managed, that's all right. Nobody really knows where this market's going. Dakota, would you increase your contract size based on ATR? Yeah. Yes. Yep. That's definitely a possibility. Something that I have done and I will do. Market volatility. As volatility decreases, my position size can increase, and vice versa, right? All right, let's try it again, NASDAQ. Let's get away from that 25,000 level. This is slow markets, but this is still decent price action. I'm liking it. Breaker zone. We gotta break through these 017s. Gold selling off. I'll take a look at gold, and then we'll do the hashtag slow markets. Yeah, gold's starting to sell off here. Man, we're seeing some good movement in gold if you're a gold trader. Good price action. We got up here. Failed to break higher, and we're selling right back down. I'm guessing to 5,200. 5,200 is to gold, like 25,000's to the NASDAQ. You just can't get away from it. Maybe the NASDAQ can though. Let's go. Come on, NASDAQ. I believe in you. Do I watch BookBap? No. Let's get through some of these hashtag slow markets though. We got David. broke a rule of trading in restricted session. Not going to break the rest. Locked and out. Okay, good. Yep, don't break your rules. Use that lockout feature if you ever feel inclined to break any of your trading rules. We got Ben, me and my uncle, watching as usual every night. Shout out to you, Ben, and your uncle. Nice setup right there. All the TA learned in slow markets with Coach DBA is paying off. Process over profits. Someone caught that gold long. Nice. Wow, that is a heck of a trade. Heck of a trade. Nice work. Third payout on the month of February. Base hits paying the bills. Wow. I like this one. I like this one. Yeah, that one deserves even a bigger shout out. That's great work, JBFX. Getting those payouts. Yeah, getting those payouts and paying those bills. Nice work. Nice work. Yeah, that's what I was referring to. Andrew. Hashtag slow markets. I wonder what's Tom doing? He's like, what? I'm just getting this random tag from this Dakota guy. Oh man, watching the hockey game. Watching the hockey game. Oh come on, is that? We got a couple more. We're just gonna show them here. Don't want to accidentally click something. That was it. That was it. We do some more hashtag slow markets. Second entry on gold. Can I define what a base hit is? A base hit is a very realistic move, right? If you're able to catch, say, for example, this move, that could be a base hit. If you're able to sell and catch this move, that could be a base hit, right? Realistic expectations, realistic moves like this is a base hit. A home run is like if we just rally, get all the way up to like 120, and I'm long, and we just rally up to 120. I'm like, wow, I wasn't expecting that. I was only looking to like maybe get to right here, and we just keep going. Then it's like, okay, that's maybe a home run, right? It's just take what the market gives you. Could be another example, right? It's like, what's realistic in this market? Should I expect 100 points? No. It'd be unrealistic for me to expect 100 points right now. Should I expect 30 points? Sure. 20 points? Yeah, that's more realistic. Everyone's base hit is probably different based off the way they're trading. But hey, looky here. Are we on our way? Are we on our way to settlement? Let's keep buyers. Come on, Walmart, you can carry us. Walmart, my new favorite tech stock. Could a base hit profit, for example, those 3 payouts, JB Trader, those 3 payouts were done with $300 to $400 days. $300 to $400 days is all you need. $150 average a day, you're good. You're good. Do you ever trade large size? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I got a large size going on right now. in trading. The internet's forever. Like I said, I put my socials in the chat every once in a while. You should take a look at them. I have a bigger size trade going on in the NASDAQ. Bunch of pervs. Oh man. Chat. We got some good hashtag slow markets coming on. Okay, one more round of hashtag slow markets. 2 minutes to the bottom of the hour. See spike in volatility. Man, traders are just absolutely crushing it. Traders are crushing it. There's not. What are you doing tagging me in a... I don't get what some people tag me in. All right, we got some good ones. We got some good ones. All right, I'll save those till near the end. But yeah, 800 likes, I'll go through that bigger trade. 800 likes tonight, we'll go through that bigger trade. You guys haven't struggled getting to 700. So I don't think... If settlement is 80-ish, or what you just said, settlement, big magnet, halfway is 40, last sell. Yeah. Settlement is about 80-ish. NASDAQ's down 0.27. You can see that up here, top left-hand side on the tab. Buyers continue to hold this market up, so maybe we can come up and test these 33s, these 30s. Let's take a look and see what gold's doing. Gold's continuing to sell off, 5,200. I'm not surprised. NASDAQ doing pretty well right here. Shadow boxing. I haven't practiced shadow boxing sitting down in like a rolling chair. That's for Sunday. Remember Sunday maybe. Learning the pullback was a game changer for you. Smash the likes. Smash the likes. All right, we need to get through these 20s. It's like pulling teeth here. Stay away from that 25,000. Gotta take profit at 25,069. If we get to 25,069, sure. That's actually not too bad of a place to take profit. It's a zone. This is a zone. Is there a difference between... No, I'm not going there. Not going there. Almost. You almost got me. Point was, don't need to reclaim settlement for this to be a great trade halfway. Yeah, you're correct. You don't need to... We don't need to get all the way up there for this to be a good trade. It's already a good trade. Risks managed. I make you want to try boxing or MMA. The workout's good, right? Boxing, the conditioning in boxing is a very, very good workout. People don't realize the amount of conditioning it takes just to go like 2 rounds. You're like, oh, 2 3-minute rounds, that's easy. No, it's not. It sounds easy. It sounds very easy. 3 minutes. You could be exhausted after 3 minutes when you spar. Even 2 minutes. Like 3 2-minute rounds. That's exhausting. It's like just a 100-yard dash almost. More intense. All right, come on, NASDAQ. Stay away from 25,000. If we go. I hit a bag for a minute straight and I'm gassed. Yeah. That's a lot. Lean hog and cattle gonna be lit soon? Okay, come on, NASDAQ. Bottom of the hours came and gone. Came and gone. 2 minutes passed. Let's take a look at gold. Gotta take a look at gold. Hanging out that 5,200. 5,200 on gold is the magnet. I think I've said that 50 times this week. And NASDAQ's just chilling. NASDAQ's just chilling. I fought my friend with gloves. 3 rounds, 1 minute. I was gone the first round. Second, I was throwing marshmallow. It is exhausting. Yeah, it's surprisingly exhausting. Because when you think of it, you're like, oh, I could do a minute round of boxing. That's just 60 seconds. No, it's different. It's so different. Very unexpected. So whenever someone tells me, it's like, oh, I could spar you. And I'm like, how much boxing experience have you had? I did boxing. It's like I went through a couple, workout classes. You don't know what you're talking about, man. I appreciate it. You know, you got the guts to step into the ring, but you don't know. You don't know what you're about to get into. That's still with me for the professionals. I get exhausted after 3 rounds when I'm sparring against a heavyweight in it, like, who has a higher skill level than I am. Yeah, put in that road work. It's like trading, I guess. Trading, you think you're prepared for a live account. You think you're prepared for, you know, a live account, real account, an XFA. You trade really well in combines, and then when it's time to put the trade on in a real live account, it's a lot harder. It's a lot harder than you think. Dakota, do I run? I do. Every day. And not every day. 5 days out of the week. Let's just say that. Have I never gotten knocked out? No. But I have been knocked down from a stomach, from a body shot. NASDAQ's not want to stay away from this 25,000. Backwards, Miles. Richard, I would not want you to get me to the ground. No. Did you up again? No, I was curled up in a ball. I got hit, body shot, and it just like getting electrocuted. Just you freeze up and just drop. Like to stream. Here we are, back to 25,000 here in NASDAQ. NASDAQ just... I'm going to wake up tomorrow for fast markets, and NASDAQ's going to be at 25,000. Watch. Let's see. This is Friday's price action. And I will be on for the open. I will be on for the open tomorrow. New York session open. Ugly Slug says, I called it. What did you call? You're up a hundo. Might lock out. Hey, if you're up, money might be, I mean, good. Probably better than I am. The market that's moving is gold, honestly. Right back to 5,200. Right back at 5,200. I trade better in my XFA than I did my combine. Hey, that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. Gold's moving, brother. You trade the wrong thing. Hey, the grass is greener on the other side. Is this tanking? This, I wouldn't say this is tanking. We're in the same price range we've been in all night. Unless you're referring to gold. Gold's 51.94 back to settlement. Gold's back to settlement, so maybe gold's tanking? Yeah, gold's tanking. 1,000 likes and I eat the napkin. This isn't going to be like one of those streams where I just come on every night and do something weird for the likes. No, come on. This is trading. Yeah, gold tap settlement. Gold completely removed that. Reversed. Just completely reversed. Just consolidation. These markets are in consolidation mode. Right? Look at gold. Just back and forth. Consolidation. Consolidation. And then we take a look at NASDAQ. It's basically the same thing on the longer time frame, right? Just hanging out, waiting for something. There's a lot of indecision in these markets. It's like there's lots of indecision. I'm profitable on my practice, but I hesitate to trade my XFA. I've had it since November. Well, good work having your account since November, right? That you're not just jumping into it and blowing your account. You've kept your XFA active since November, and I like that you're trading your practice account, right? Building that confidence. At some point, once you gain that confidence, you are able to trade your XFA right there. You're not blowing it. So good work on that. You went short the ES. NASDAQ is going to look like, is gone, looks like. What do you mean NASDAQ's gone? I just hit my take profit. Okay, Richard. Simple price action with confirmed fair value gap level money. Well, NASDAQ, 25,000. We have been hovering. We've been hoovering. The only thing I'm really seeing here, higher low, higher low, higher low. So, like, honestly, that's the only technicals I'm seeing here in the NASDAQ. Just these higher lows and equal highs. So maybe a wedging pattern for a breakout either to the downside or to the long side. Like I said, if we get to 800 likes, I'll review this big trade I have going on. I'm up 4 points on it. I mean, 4 points in 9 minis. I'm up almost $1,000. But I mean, this is just chop back and forth. Choppity chop. Breakout of channel eventually. Eventually. We do have inflation data tomorrow morning, so maybe we do just kind of hang out until the inflation data comes out at 7:30 a.m. Central. We only got 600 likes. 700 was the goal for me to start slow markets 30 minutes early. 800 if you want me to review this big trade. Friday price action for you. Yeah, tonight's price action for me. NQ Dorito on the 1 minute. Yeah, we're not really doing much. We're not doing much. 25,000. That's the line in the sand. Buy below it, sell above it is what's been the play. But I'm happy just being hands off. Just let this trade. I have a wide enough stop. You know how many times I've seen traders in this market where they place in this same time frame, like in this price action, you're placing trades. I've done this before because that's how I know I've done it before. You get in short looking for a breakdown, then you switch, you get in long, then you switch and then switch, and then you hit your daily loss limit in this, and you look back and be like, we're just sideways going, like we haven't left 25,000 basically, but then I hit my daily loss limit in this, and it just feels so horrible. We're hanging out right at my entry too. 80 to 20 ticks is your sweet spot, and the ES, right? It's the worst. That's all right. That's all right. We're almost to the light goal. The goal. And let's get through these last 3 hashtag slow markets. See, then maybe the NASDAQ could do something for us. Steve Beck missed my gold long entry. Time for a massage. Slow markets and chill. There you go. You just got your Christmas present right there. Or is that Valentine's? In a massage chair. Fair enough. Beautiful. 5x FAs. Just passed my 5th base hits. Look at that. Look at that. Great work. Great work. And there's a trade. Let's see here. I don't know if this is a practice. Or this was a trade from earlier. It looks like you were short 25,353. Nice. That was a trade from this morning, it looks like. Thanks for the toes. Hey, people pay good money for that. Giving it to you for free here on slow markets, huh? From earlier? Yeah, that's what it looks like. I don't think NASDAQ could get away from 25,000. We're stuck here. We're pegged. We're chilling here. Let's bump the music and hang out. Like I think that's what we're doing here in slow markets tonight. Gold. Let me buy this market. Go ahead. I'm with you. I'm long the NASDAQ, so this is where I would put on Netflix and eat some dinner. Netflix, some dinner. Yeah. And actually, you know what? Okay. Are you okay if I share this, Bruno? Let me know if you're okay if I share this, Bruno. Bruno sent me something. I gotta make sure. Yeah, though, that's your hashtag slow markets. Okay, I'll share it then. I'll share it. Bruno. It's nothing inappropriate, guys. Don't worry. Bruno dog. I think moderator and a trader. Look at that. Your payouts, Bruno. Got some payouts this month as well. Look at that. That's more than... Whew. That's quite a bit. Bruno's trading it up. Look at that. Good work. Good work. We're all eating here. And I'm hovering back and forth. Up $5, down $5. This market's not going anywhere. Bruno's a dog. Bruno's one of the best moderators there is. Trading it up too. Oh, man, nice. Good evening, Dakota. I was curious if you would share what indicators you use and how you use them on your trades. I see they are minimized at the moment. I don't have any indicators, so they're not minimized. They're just not on the charts. Mandy, you're cooking. Yeah, Bruno's cooking. Congratulations on the great month. Maybe we just bring Bruno on here. Teach us how to do it. How do we make these markets move, Bruno? Just patience, I guess. We chill. Bruno. I like ketchup on my hot dog. That's... I'm not... Yeah, you know what? I'm not going there. I'm not going there. We're gonna see if we could get some buyers into this NASDAQ before we end this slow markets. We are almost at our goal. I'm pretty sure we'll get there. Come on, NASDAQ. We're getting the higher lows, so I'm pretty optimistic, right? We're getting these higher lows. It doesn't mean too much. I mean, it's something. And we're getting these equal highs. So let's just draw it out there. We draw this out. This is what we revert to. Sorry for the shorts. Sorry for the shorts. Bitcoin's not doing anything. We got to get this. Breakout incoming. Hopefully to the long side. We have been glued to 25,000 here in the NASDAQ. Call someone, you know, to make it. I'll call everyone. Just buy. No, not. Remember, it's not financial advice. The rocket goes under the candles. Oh. That is perfect. Yeah. It's not financial advice. It's not a signals class. You know the drill. There's the risk disclosure. We have fun here in slow markets. That's what we do. Nvidia's up 0.3%. So Nvidia is slowly grinding higher. We got to just trust in the process for the NASDAQ to go up and this trade to work out. Let's go. We're coming in the last 11 minutes of slow markets. Let's go. Have a good one, Kook. Targets. We're going for settlement. 25,000. Oh, 80, but I don't think we can get there in the next 11 minutes. Anything can happen. At this point, time is of the essence. So maybe we could push into the 30s. I just need us to break out into the 20s. We have to break out of this resistance. We've been stuck back and forth around 25,000 for so long. Let's go through it. Come on. Can you please share my big trade? We have to get to 800 likes, right? Because it's anything worth sharing, right? Just make it that much better, right? It makes it feel special when you get to a goal and like, hey, there it is. Okay, come on. We're getting a point. 1 point at a time. We're up 12 points. Not too bad. Remember, like I said, if you can make 10 points a day, you're doing good. 10 points a day is all you need. DBA concepts either goes up or down. So relax. Well, it's going sideways. It's not going up and it's not going down. This is like the footnotes in DBA concepts. Could you explain point versus tick? A point in the NASDAQ is, for example, and each market could be different, right? For the NASDAQ, a point is 4 ticks. So 25,015 to 25,016 is a point. A tick is the smallest increment. So in the NASDAQ, it's every 25 cents. A tick. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Depending on the market, the point might differ. It might be different. Like, yeah, there you go. In gold, a point is 10 ticks. But for me, sometimes the best thing is just how many ticks, right? You want to focus what's the minimum increments for the market to move. In the NASDAQ, it's 25 cents. So that's a tick. Yep, you're welcome. NQ to the moon. Let's go. All-time highs. Because why not? Yeah. Face is healing up. I had a photo shoot today and the lady canceled and pushed it to tomorrow. I was like, what the heck? I'm like, that's fine. My eye's good. I'm ready to go. I'm looking good, feeling good. Yeah. Look good, feel good, trade good. Yeah, we got to the 700 likes. So, actually, as a reminder, we got to 700 likes. I will make this message to the team that I am willing to start slow markets 30 minutes early, starting Sunday. There you go. Wow. I got to get used to that now, okay? There's going to be a period of time that's going to take me to get used to it. Yeah. So, okay. It's in the books, chat. No, it'd be to be determined, right? I'm not gonna just do it for a week. It'll be now and for the foreseeable future. So there you go, you guys. It's chat that wanted it. The audience wanted me to start slow markets 30 minutes early, so that is what you're getting. I made the commitment. I made that commitment. I got to get used to it though. I got my routine and everything to start at 7:30, and so I'm gonna have to set me an alarm to remind me, because I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go out and have dinner and think, oh, I don't need to be on slow markets until 7:30, and then I show up late. But no, I'll be pretty good at it. I got my reminders set. Got to get into a routine myself. Starting slow markets 30 minutes early. Come on, NASDAQ, into these 20s. Into these 20s. Patience is paying off so far. Stay away from that 25,000 level. Come on. Let's get away from it. Oh, this is going to pay for dinner. Dinner. We got the 700 likes. We got maybe dinner paid for. Got to have this breakout. NQ must like that. NQ likes it. NQ likes me starting early. And we didn't get to the 800 like goal, but just here's the teaser, right? You could see it on my Twitter and my Instagram or whatever. I am long 9 minis at 25,000. Okay, it's not financial advice. It's not a signal, because my risk is different than anybody else's. But that's the big trade. I know we're not going to get to 800 likes, but I am looking for this market to rally by the end of day tomorrow, right? I'm not going to hold it going into the weekend. I'm going to have that position closed between now and the close of tomorrow. Will I close it tonight? I mean, as of the way this market's going, no. But 9 minis from 25,000. I'm up $3,000 right now. We're not seeing the price action I wanted to see. But we'll see. We shall see. I was thinking that we might see a breakout sooner. It might come during the London session. Maybe we just sell off, right? I might only be wrong. I might be wrong and this market just sells off and I lose, right? Because not every trade I take is a winner. Nobody knows where this market's going. I personally don't mind the risk. You can see I'm long right now in this account. On the last day of the month, I'm crazy. Hey, this isn't going to be a trade where I'm holding throughout the weekend. What's my stop loss? I'm risking about 50,000. I got a pretty wide stop. All right, come on, NASDAQ. Look at this go. Come on, get away from that 25,000. Let's head up to settlement. NVIDIA is up 0.37%. We're getting this bounce. We're getting the bounce to end slow markets. Yeah. NASDAQ's hitting its like button. NASDAQ hitting the like button. Oh. Hmm. 26s. Let's see these 30s. Buy it up. Buy it up. We got dinner paid for. The dinner's doing good. Okay, we're going. All right, so I think it's just time for me to tighten up the risk. Tighten that risk up. Oh, where's session highs is at 36. Okay, these session highs. But remember, I'm looking. It's patience paying off. We are paying off. Spaghetti paid for. We're looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Up just over $5,000. Whew. Spaghetti paid. Hey, well, this is. I'm gonna splurge a little bit tonight. All right, is Chick-fil-A still open? I think Chick-fil-A is still open. Damn, that's freak. That does sound good. No Panda Express. No Panda. My photo shoot's tomorrow. I don't want to be feeling gross on Panda Express. Here we go into those 30s. Popeye's Chicken open late. No, Panda Express is still. No, or Chick-fil-A's still open right now. It's not Sunday. They close early. It's Utah, Mandy. It's like they close at 9. Yeah, I'm gonna have a new photo shoot, and you're gonna see new pictures of me. New pictures. Don't worry. Here we go into the 30s. New session highs is gonna be above 36. No talk. No, I'm gonna spoil. I'm going steak. I found a menu. I don't even have to pay. I don't have to eat now, pay later. We're paying now. Before the trade even finishes. We're going steak tonight. We're going steak. Now watch the market just sell off now. Okay, session highs. Let's see. Let's get to session highs and we'll finish it off. I don't want to end it. Who cares? $50 profit, 1 hour position. You don't care about money? You don't care about money? If you think Google account 6519, you missed the entire show, man. You're showing up way late. You're showing up way late, my man. If this is all you're seeing. What I'm seeing 28 points here. Now, what is 28 points for you? Is 28 points, what does that mean to you? Some people that's 50,000. Some people it's $50. For me, it's somewhere in between. That's all I'm gonna say. It's somewhere in between, Google. You should Google it. Google it. Or, you know what? No. Here's a better. I like you. Why don't you just take a look at that? Take a look at that link right there. And just go through some of my posts. Then you'll realize why I'm what you're seeing on the screen. These little 28 points. A little something something. Process over profits. Now I will be on bright and early tomorrow morning for the New York session open. And because everybody got to light goals every single day this week, I reached out to the team. And I will be looking to start slow markets 30 minutes early. So instead of 7:30 p.m., 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, yeah, we shall see how that one goes. Take care, everybody, and I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. If not, Sunday night at a new time. Take care, and see if this market could continue to rally. Bye.